Hello, my name is Eglae Sandoval, and today I'm going to be talking about the turnaround technology integration and pedagogy and planning model. So this model is used or it's encouraged to be used by teachers when they're trying to integrate new technology into their lesson or into their teaching. It is very important that we think logically behind why we want to integrate something and not just integrate it just because it sounds cool or other people are using these platforms. So let's begin by just getting a little introduction of the tool that I'm going to be talking about throughout the presentation. So I'm talking about Canvas, the Learning Management System, LMS Canvas. Age, it's targeted to higher education, specifically first year students in college, and the topic is college readiness. So the TTIPP model is broken into three different phases. Phase one. In phase one, we have step one where we have to analyze the problem or identify the problem. Many times teachers want to integrate things or technology into their lessons, and really you shouldn't because there's no need to do it. So very important. First, analyze what your problem is. In my case, the problem was I needed to create a first year experience course in a user friendly platform. And let's just keep in mind that there was nothing before this. So I had to choose what platform I wanted to use. Step two, we need to assess the technological resources of students, families, teachers, and the school. Many times schools already have something, and it's not wise to put something else in place if the school already has something implemented. So it's important that we do our research there. Also, think about the students and the teachers. Is this something that would make sense for these type of students or for the teachers? Are they used to this platform? So keep that in mind. In my instance, I had to choose a platform that best fit everyone. And actually, this university was starting a transition into Canvas, so it made sense for us to use Canvas and not try to do something else because a few years from now, Canvas was going to be the platform that everyone was using. Step three, we need to identify technological possibilities. So make sure that you think about what could go wrong. Many times we don't think about what could go wrong. Um, in my situation, it was access to technology. I needed to make sure all students had access to technology. I know it sounds crazy. They're college students, they should have access, but we still have students who do not. So we had to figure that out before we actually integrated Canvas as the LMS. So, step four. This is actually phase two now. So, phase one is the planning. So, this one's where you're actually integrating and actually doing it. You have to decide of your learning objectives. Many times we don't have learning objectives, or we do, but they're just not measurable. So, we need to make sure that we can assess them and measure them and make sure they're okay. So, an example of one of my learning objectives, it was 100% of students will engage with Canvas to complete habits for success. How am I going to measure this? Well, Canvas does have a feature that tells teachers the activity of their students, how long they've been on, when was the last time they logged on. So that is a really good way to assess if students are actually engaging in the course or not. Then we go into step five. It is important for teachers to design integration strategies and determine the relative advantage. So, what can this platform do that couldn't be done before? Important to keep that in mind because we don't want to just substitute it. We want to make sure that we substitute it for something that can do something better, if that makes sense. So the reason why we went with Canvas, it was because it was a user-friendly platform. Aesthetically, it was good. It looked good for students and compatibility, I'm sorry, with other software. So it just worked out really well with other software. So your step six, this is where you actually get to prepare the instructional environment and implement your lesson. We were able to do that through assisting with troubleshooting, making sure students knew course expectations, and providing a lot of workshops, Canvas 101 workshops, just showing students the basics of Canvas. So then we get into phase 3. In this phase, you have to analyze the results and the impact of your lesson or of your technology integration tool. Overall, for us, it was good. Students successfully passed the course and became familiar with the LMS. Make sure that you take everything into account when you analyze because you don't want to forget about the little things. Step 8, make revisions based on your results. As much as it's good to analyze, it's also good to make revisions. Many times we analyze and we forget to make the revisions. So for us, we needed to make revisions in increasing accessibility, centralizing communication. Communication was a big deal, and building each module out to where students could have instructions. Canvas was kind of just made as here are the documents, you click on the documents, but we really didn't provide any instruction for them. So make sure that you make revisions so that it can be better than the first time. Step 9, share lessons, revisions, and outcomes with other teachers and your peers. Very important. We are doing this through an FYE committee where we have all the teachers who teach the course get together, the VP of academics. We all talk about what can we do to make this better. Whenever we do that, we're able to see things from different perspectives, which works great because we're able to learn from one another and make those corrections for the next time we use this tool. So in conclusion, I am a big advocate of if there's no need to use this, why use this? I found this quote that says, if there's no defined plan for technology to facilitate learning processes, then platforms or devices can distract and negatively affect students' efforts. So it is very important that we have a structure or a strategy in place for deciding if that technology tool is the best idea. Because if we just start using tools here and there because everyone else is using them, it's not purposeful, it's not meaningful, and our students know that. They're able to see that our lessons are just sloppy or our classroom dynamic is just not the best. So, yeah, I highly encourage the TTIPP model. It is